here's another symbol of Freemasonry. On the Bible, you'll see the cross and the crown. The cross and the crown, of course, is the cross of Jesus within the crown of salvation or whatever. But if you go back to Freemasonry again, you'll see the cross and the crown. The cross and the crown is actually on a chart of Freemasonry, the Scottish and York Rite. We have two rites of Freemasonry in America. The two most important ones are the Scottish and York Rite. The York Rite comes from England, York, England. And when the York Rite came from England, and again I'm saying that this is like a shotgun effect. I'm just making you aware of some interesting little connections. We can get into all of this later. But the York Rite comes out of York, England, and the Duke of York. Prince Andrew is the Duke of York. The Duke of York, the York Rite Freemasons come to America. When America was founded, the first thing they did when the Columbians came over, the York Rite Freemasons came over. And they set up what they call New York. And New York is the Empire State. That's why we have an Empire State Building. New York is the Empire State because it's the new state of the empire, of the New World. It's the New World's Empire State. And the Empire Strikes Back. We get into George Lucas, Steven Spielberg with their Empire Strikes Back and all of that kind of stuff. Because there's symbolism in these Indiana Jones and all that, Star Wars stuff. But anyway, here's a Scottish Rite. They have 33 degrees. That's the reason why you have degrees of Freemasonry. See, the first, second, and third degree. At the third degree, that's why, incidentally, when you're in court or the cops pick you up, they give you the third degree. Right? Reason because the police department is a Masonic order. They wear the Masonic symbols of power on their arm. Incidentally, that's why they call the armed forces, because they use their arm to beat your brains out. And here's the 3 layers of Freemasonry, first, second, and third degree. They're giving you the third degree. Then once you become a third degree Mason, you can either go into the Scottish Rite or you can go into the York Rite. The Scottish Rite is referred to as the Egyptian Rite. Everything that they teach and believe is based on Egypt. Or you go into the York Rite and everything they teach and believe is based on the old York order, which is supposedly called Christian. Right? So at the here again you have the Royal Arch Masons. Royal Arch is very important with the triangle and the circle, and there's the Knights Templar emblem again with the cross and the crown. The Order of the Red Cross is one of them, and here's the Order of Malta. When you're giving money to the Red Cross, just remember where it's going. It's going to a Masonic order. And that's why, incidentally, Red Cross can go behind enemy lines during wartime and negotiate for prisoners. Why can they go behind enemy lines and you can't? Because they're part of the war. They are part of the establishment. They operate on both sides. So we got Royal Arch Masons with the triangle representing the pyramid within the sun. We got the Red Cross, the Order of Malta, and that's why Bush went to the island of Malta. They have this summit, and the summit is the top of a mountain, and the pyramid is the old mountain of God. And here's the York Rite with the Order of Knights Templar again. Now here is, I'm just showing you this so that, here is the, again, it says the pilgrimage to Virginia of the Knights Templars with the cross and the crown, and the Star of David with the Masonic handshake. That's the Knights Templar Masonic Order, and here it is on the Watchtower Society of Jehovah's Witnesses. So a lot of people, poor Jehovah's Witnesses, they have no idea in the world that the man that founded their order, Charles Taze Russell, was in fact a York Rite Freemason. He was financed out of London, England by Lord Philippi de Rothschild. His money came from England to found an order called British Israel Freemasonry. He is nothing more than a Freemasonic conspirator to help the masters in England take over our banking system and our government and have everybody prepared to crawl on their knees and wait for God's kingdom, and Jehovah's going to come to save you. Don't bet on it.